Okay, and I would like to adjourn the special meeting and call the budget meeting to order.
I'll second it.
Yes.
Does anybody want a copy of the worksheet? Or Amber said you guys to follow along.
You have a clipboard or something?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I'm looking at this fourth item down, fines. You know where we're getting most of the fines from, don't you? Right out here in the truck pull-off.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, we'll wait.
Yes.
What do you get fined for at the pull-off?
Truck's overweight or
Yeah,
might have
truck's
something wrong.
overweight. They give them a check. If they got bad tires, they fine them for that.
And then you get part of the money for that.
We get all of it.
Really?
State police don't keep no fine money. Whatever,
didn't know that.
wherever they catch somebody in your township, the township gets the fine.
Oh, I didn't know.
They might take certain percentage out, but
Huh.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think you'll find that might change here in the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And I don't think the governor realizes what's going on. He's liable to tap that fund. He's looking for money wherever he can find it.
Okay, are we ready?
Yes.
You wanna take this?
Oh, go ahead.
All right, we'll start with general fund revenues. Real estate current year. For 2017, it was projected at $1,467, and we budgeted $1,400.
Think we could budget 1,500 for next year?
I would, I don't know.
Or make it 1,400?
Yeah, I would keep it the same. I wouldn't go over, they always tell you to, for revenues to budget low.
Okay, let's do 1,400 then.
Okay, real estate delinquent. Projected for 2017 was $2,900, and we budgeted $1,000.
You wanna stay with 1,000?
Yeah.
Okay, per capita for the current year, projected for 2017 was $1,045, and we budgeted $1,000. I think that should stay the same.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
Per capita from the prior year, projected for 2017 was $105, and we budgeted $100. I think
That seems like a no-brainer, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
Real estate transfer for 2017, it was $1,776, and we budgeted $1,500.
Want to keep that the same?
Stay at 15. EIT, what is that, Christie?
That's our Berkheimer, our earned income tax.
Okay, earned income tax projected for 2017 was $30,000, and we budgeted $30,000. I would suggest just keep it the same.
We'll keep it the same?
Yeah.
Fines, that's one of those things that you, yeah, how many times are they gonna pull somebody over?
Budget $1,000 for it, what do you think? Or you want to stay with 1,500?
I would say 1,000.
Let's do 1,000, I mean,
Hauling permits, projected for 2017 was $1,050, we budgeted $1,200.
that hauling permits is road bonds also? Yeah,
Probably keep that the same.
I would think we keep it about the same, huh?
Yeah.
We doing 1,050,
1,200.
1,200.
1,200?
Yeah.
Sewage permits, projected for 2017 was $800, we budgeted $700. We'll pretty much keep that the same.
Yeah, keep that at 7. I'm not familiar with what all goes into that.
National Forest, projected for 2017 was $75,464, and we budgeted $74,000.
You know it's not gonna go up.
It's not gonna go up.
No, well, let's do the
No, same.
74,000 again.
State game lands, projected was $6,083. what we budgeted for 2017 was $6,083, and that's what it's been.
That's fixed, that's a fixed
Right.
thing. They pay so much an acre for that, so it's gotta be the same.
County aid, there was nothing
that.
projected for 2017, and we didn't budget anything for county aid. For the PERDA, projected was $53, we budgeted $100.
If I was you, I'd put it down to 50, because we're never gonna get more than that.
50
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah, it won't be lucky if we even hit 60 anymore, because of the,
Liquor license,
that's always the same, it
it's
doesn't
always
change.
gonna be the same. Pension fund,
So if I
Well,
have that
the
number.
liquor license might change because we don't have the Highland Hotel anymore.
Yeah, but-
Or the Nancy.
But they have
And we're
that,
getting a winery.
Well, yeah.
The winery's the only thing left.
Well, we're getting a new one, remember at the
Yeah.
last meeting?
yeah, Bear Creek.
Oh,
Bear-
Bear Creek.
Bear
Where the
Creek.
heck's he going at?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember where he's putting it either, but that'll be another liquor license.
I would probably keep that the same then.
Keep it at 300 bucks, yeah.
1,700.
Okay,
Crap.
pension fund,
Give me a second, I'll get that number. Skip that one for a minute. Three, 17, 726 minus. That number will be 13,000, or I'm sorry, wait a minute. Oh, I'm sorry, that's revenue. Pension fund revenue. Oh, it's $4,588.25.
That's what we got.
That's what we got.
What is it?
Well, so make it $4,588, because you have to round it. $4,588.
That's what we have on there.
No, that's what we got. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, yeah. So that's what we have to budget for 2018, because that's what we're getting, that's what we're,
How come it went down?
oh, wait a
so
minute,
much?
no, let me think. No, I take that back. That's what we're gonna get. Let me think, give me a second here, my mind's not working.
The pension fund is what we
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to.
get
From the, state.
from the
We have to
state.
budget, actually, I would leave it at that number, because it's gonna probably be the same, because it's gonna be the same number of employees, so I would still keep that
I was
number.
gonna say, I didn't think nothing's gonna change on
No, so if I was you, I would keep that number.
it. Make
anyway,
it 4,600 bucks.
because that's- Right, because that's based on the number of employees and the
Yeah.
payroll, so that, I would keep that number the same.
4,600 close
Yeah, just
enough?
make it 4,600, that'll work. Total dollars here, it isn't gonna make a difference.
okay, the franchise fee, 2017, it was $2,737, and we budgeted $2,300. What's your suggestion there,
Same.
Christie?
Keep it at 2,300.
Yeah, because any money we get extra is just a bonus, so
Cause that's the Comcast thing,
that's
right?
Comcast, yeah.
Interest on checking, 2017 was $30, we budgeted $50.
$30.
Yeah, Let's do that.
For copies of documents,
$10.
17, it was $13. We budgeted 10. I say we keep it at 10. Refund of prior year's expenses. 2017, it was $757 and we budgeted 0. I would say probably budget.
Budget 0.
Miscellaneous for 2017, it was $68.85 and we budgeted $6,500. I would say
Keep it the same.
I would say 0, because that 6,500 is because we that's when we amended the budget, and that's the price we got for that drag, that we sold the drag.
Okay, then you,
So-
That's why that's a miscellaneous
that's why we got it. In
revenue.
other words, we just budget 0 then.
Yeah,
other fund transfers, $73,770 and we budgeted 0.
that's when we closed the forestry account, and that's the money that was just transferred over.
I
Zero.
say
Yeah.
0. State fund for payroll was $18,500 for 2017. We budgeted 10,000.
We might have to come back to that one because we're gonna have to go over the state again. We're gonna have to go over the state and see what we're gonna do. We may have to allocate a lot more for payroll next year than we did this year because being that we're so low on our general fund's so low this year because of all the extra expenses we had. We may have to prepare for the fact that we have to prepare for that fact again, and so we may have to like double that amount or what have you. But-
We'll let that go. We get through the state budget
yeah.
then.
Okay, general fund expenditures. Salaries for the supervisors projected for 2017 was $3,171. What we budgeted for was $4,000.
Probably keep that same.
Yeah, because our salaries are fixed. I think we're allowed $1,875 a year.
So definitely don't look like we're gonna go over it, so.
Mileage for supervisors projected for 2017 was $13. What we budgeted was $50.
Keep it the same, I suppose.
Keep it the same.
Meetings and conference for supervisors projected for 2017 was 0. We budgeted 200.
Yeah,
200.
yeah, we'll keep it.
Office supplies were projected for 2017 is 0, and we budgeted 0. Professional services projected for 2017 was $701, and we budgeted 300.
Yeah, that's because we got what's his name take those trees down, so that's why that's up.
So probably keep at it.
Yeah.
300.
Yeah, keep it at 300.
Wages for the secretary projected for 2017 were $12,900, and we budgeted 14,000.
Let's keep the 14,000.
Yeah.
Mileage for the secretary projected is 215, and we budgeted 300.
Keep that.
Keep it at 300.
Meeting and conferences for the secretary 2017 was 425. We budgeted 0.
Probably should budget for that this year if we get a new one.
Well, not necessarily. It depends if you want.
That's for the PSATS conference, isn't it?
Right, and then if you want to, like, if there's any other training that you want to have, that would be included.
Isn't there some online courses that you can take?
There are online courses, and those are all free.
Why don't we budget $200 for it then, huh?
Postage reimbursement for the secretary, projected for 2017 is $20. We budgeted 50.
Keep that.
Keep it at the same.
Office supply reimbursements for the secretary, projected for 2017 is $95. We budgeted 200.
200 again.
Communications, for 2017 was $2,076. We budgeted 2,600.
Probably should keep that same.
Yeah, I think, I agree with you.
Postage was $194 and we budgeted 200. I say we keep that the same. Office supplies were $275. We budgeted 400.
Keep it.
Keep it at 400, huh?
Utilities were $3,800. We budgeted 5,000.
I don't know if we dare drop it.
I'd say keep it at 5,000.
Yeah.
Waste collection and disposal for 2017 was $1,590 and we budgeted 1,500.
Wasn't that for
Cleanup days and
cleanup
and
days?
for our dumpster.
And for our dumpsters.
Yeah.
Probably go another 100 on that.
Well, all depends on what you're gonna do with the dumpster.
It depends on what you're gonna do with cleanup days. If we do the same
Oh,
thing as we did last year,
cleanup
that
Yeah.
saved us a lot of money.
Yeah, remember, we had trouble with people throwing stuff in there. We talked about getting cameras. I think we should get cameras, have one there, and, you know what I mean? We're having people, we had to dump that a lot more this year with people putting carpets and all kinds of crap in there.
Did you ever hear such a discussion on something in your life as cameras?
I know.
I'd say I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
It's sad that we have to even think about it.
I'd say we just up it at least $100, because even when we do cleanup days, tipping fees could go up.
Yeah,
Price of everything goes up, so.
let's do $1,600.
Yeah. At least maybe we'll be a little closer.
Advertising for 2017 was 800. We budgeted 1,200.
Well, we're gonna, I don't know what we've spent so far, but you're just spending another $150, $200 here today, right?
It'd probably be about maybe maybe $80 just for the two advertisements all they put together. $80, $90.
You wanna do $1,000 then?
1,000 will probably be safe.
Dues, subs for members were $926. We budgeted 1,000.
I don't think that's gonna change any,
No,
is it?
because that's like our PSETS membership and our one for a hug and stuff like that. And there's another one in there, CDR, PSETS CDL, and stuff like that.
Keep it at 1,000.
Insurance and bonding was $683. We budgeted 700.
That's the treasurer bond. So that usually doesn't change too much. I mean,
Keep it at 700?
yeah.
Bank fees were $115. We budgeted 150.
I think we should keep that the same.
Wages for the tax collector were $700. We budgeted 800.
Keep it.
800?
Yeah.
Bonding for the tax collector was 0. We budgeted 0.
Because I think his is up every, I can't remember how many years he has to get rebonded. I think it's 7. So that's why that's.
Well, we're gonna get a new tax collector
Yeah.
this year regardless.
So, and I think his bond it's like $70 or something like that.
So
You wanna
I think we
budget
should
$100
Yeah.
for it?
budget 100.
But his isn't too much.
EIT commission, we budgeted 600 for 2017.
Projected
It
600.
was
so keep
600,
it.
and I'm thinking it's gonna stay the same. Operating supplies were $1183. We budgeted 1,200. I say we keep that the same.
Pretty close, huh?
Yeah.
Unemployment compensation projected for 2017 is 1,800. We budgeted 2,000.
Probably keep that the same.
Yep.
Shouldn't go up.
Social Security, medical or Medicare and withholding was $28,262. We budgeted 30,000.
Maybe we better keep it at that, huh?
Payroll for 2017 projected is $62,777. We budgeted $66,000.
Yeah, probably keep that same.
Was that, Tommy already asked me this morning if we could advertise for a part-time truck driver for the winter. I told him we'd discuss it at the meeting today.
I just don't know if we really have the money to do it.
Depends on how many hours you let them work. If you, like, they say you just
It-
call them out in emergencies, like if you're, like, you have 2 feet of snow and you really need that third guy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having, like, an emergency guy. You just keep him on the payroll, and then if you need to call him in, then he's available. You don't have to worry about,
Somebody calling off
yeah,
sick or something.
or jumping through the hoops and, trying to have an emergency meeting to get somebody in to plow. That way,
Right, the projected on that is 6277, and that was with
I mean,
having 3 guys all
yeah.
summer.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we're
Well, we did
budgeted
go
60,
over
we got 3,000 left to do it, and,
and that was and he was a part-time person.
yeah.
'Cause we had David for just a
Right.
few months at the beginning of the year, and then none at the end of the year. So it was mostly the bulk of his hours were in the summer.
In June, July, August,
Right.
and September.
And then we have to remember too, we didn't have a mower most of the time because we lost him.
But basically, right now, we have
Yeah.
about $3,000 left to cover overtime for the winter.
Right.
Till what, March?
Yeah, because we'll have to use like a big chunk of liquid fuels money for payroll next year because we have to be careful how we use our general.
Can we budget 70,000 for next year?
I don't see why not. We'll just have to make sure it reflects in our state fund.
You
Is
just
that all
take-
right with you guys?
Yeah,
So you will transfer more out of liquid fuels.
Right.
alright, let's set it at 70.
Group insurance benefits were $23,138. We budgeted 32,000.
You can probably scale that back a little bit.
Insurance is gonna go up.
Yeah, but that's
I got a
that's
bill
quite-
for mine
Never-
already, huh?
Yeah.
It never goes down.
Yeah, I got a bill for mine already. My, prescription drug went up $20 a person a month.
How about we take it
I mean,
30.
to
28,000? I mean, that's a $5,000 increase over what was spent this
Yeah.
year.
That would probably work.
Yeah, I agree with you. Make it at 28,000, Glenn?
Yep.
Non-uniform pension projected was $16,225, and we budgeted $16,225. So we're gonna have to
It's
That
gonna be,
should-
no, it's gonna be, I can tell you the exact number it's gonna be, what we're gonna have to pay. I'll just have to get that page out again.
They're gonna be about the same?
No,
That'd be more,
a
won't it?
little bit less,
A little bit less.
yeah. 17,
One little
26,
bright spot.
26 minus. It'll be 13,138.
So if we budget 14,000, we'll be okay.
Well, you can do that exact number, cause that's exactly what we have to pay. That's what the bill is, cause I got the bill right here.
Oh, you got the bill.
I got the
What
bill.
was that again?
$13,138.
Okay, that's what it is then.
Okay, for insurance,
Cause, I mean, that's minus the county aid we got. Cause the bill is 17,000 some, but then we got the county aid to pay partial, and that's what we have to pay.
for insurance, it was $25,067. We budgeted $23,000.
That's probably gonna,
That's our liability.
Yeah, well, it went up on us last year, didn't it?
Right, yeah, because of the lawsuit. So they said if it might change depending on if the lawsuit's resolved and because we did stuff, came out and did the assessment on the playground. They said
Yeah.
that how good the playground was, and if I'm trying to think, there was another one we did with them, but they said that there's a good chance it may go down due to those.
Let's just budget $25,000 on it. then.
Yeah,
Okay,
So since those lawsuits caused our insurance to go up too, not just legal fees and everything, where are we sitting with the insurance company was suing us? That's the only thing I haven't
I
read
think
in the
that's
paper.
still in limbo, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah,
that,
I haven't
okay,
heard-
is that, I didn't know.
I didn't
since
hear
it-
nothing
we
on
haven't
it, but
heard anything about it.
I haven't heard a word on it.
I think he said he was gonna check on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said he was gonna check, but he
Okay.
hasn't
I
got
was gonna
back to
say,
me
'cause as
yet.
long as
That's not Martinucci, is it?
No,
That's
that's
Tim, right?
No, that's the
Oh, that's a company from
Erie.
Erie,
Yeah.
okay. All right,
Right.
all right.
Okay, the wages for the auditors projected for 2017 were $892. We budgeted $1,500.
Probably not, I mean,
Aren't they guaranteed a maximum?
They're guaranteed $1,000. They can't make more than $1,000.
apiece.
$1,000 apiece.
1,000 apiece.
Right.
So if we budget 1,500, that's 500 each.
That's $500 each.
Is that
Or no,
more-
that's not. Yeah, that's $500 each. Yeah.
Is that more than enough?
They unless they come across some issues or something, I would think it would be okay. I mean, they're well under it here.
Okay,
well under it this year, so we'll go
2 to
15.
1,500 then.
Mileage for the auditors projected for 2017 was $26. We budgeted $60.
Probably leave it.
Yeah,
Supplies for the auditors projected for 2017 was $33. We budgeted $0.
0.
Oh, that's because they had to buy a calculator.
Yeah.
That's compensation for Russ Braun.
Mm-hmm.
Compensation for Russ Braun was $945. We budgeted $850.
I think we might have to take that up to
Yeah, it's a
1,000.
crapshoot. Yeah, because there's times when he comes out and does. Well, you can see in the past, like there's one time we only got billed $300. It's just a crapshoot. It just depends on how many inspections he does.
let's do
Well,
$1,000
with
bucks
that-
for it.
Yeah.
Trailer mess going
Yeah.
on out there. We'll
Yeah,
probably
that's
get
gonna
nailed for that.
Cost somebody some money.
Yeah, because when he does inspections for corporations like that, he charges more than he does for just a residence.
$1,000 enough?
Yeah, that should be okay.
I got a question for you on that too. You know how when he does all those, like the sewage inspections and stuff for people, township gets billed for that. Can't we pass an ordinance to pass that on to the people that we're inspecting?
They do.
I
They
thought-
do. They do.
I
pay
thought
for
they
it.
Oh, do
paid.
they?
They do.
When he
We
does an
get a bill.
inspection,
No, what happens is when somebody applies for a sewage permit, he has to come out and inspect it.
Yeah.
We get a check from the property owner for
Oh,
that
okay.
for that
Oh, we
permit.
get
You
the-
get it from the property.
We
we
get
get
from
the
the
check.
property
Oh,
owner.
I thought
Okay.
they paid him
No, we
direct.
get the check,
I-
and then every year, I have to calculate how much he was paid, how much we have got paid on our permits, and we have to pay him the difference. Every year he sends me a bill saying, "Well, you got paid $250 for the sewage permit." Well, $100 of that is mine because I did the
Oh,
inspection.
he does all that for you.
Yeah, and so that part of it's his and part of it's ours. But that we do get
Yeah,
we do
I'm
get a bill
under-
from them.
I was under the impression it was all his.
No,
Yeah,
he gets a portion of it, and we keep a little bit
Now,
of it.
being out of it, I thought that a homeowner paid the inspection fee right to him, and
No,
it was a wash for
right,
us. Okay,
right.
So
$1,000 enough.
Yeah.
Mileage for Russ
Mileage
Braun.
for Russ Braun was $67 for 2017. We budgeted $150.
I should keep it the same.
Libraries for 2017 was $200. We budgeted $200.
Same.
Yeah, when it comes to cut, we may have to revisit all of these, all of those, or
Donation.
donations. We may have to cut some of them, period. And
Yeah, I've had a lot, last year I got a lot of calls on the donations. People were complaining about donations. Said if we have money to donate, they were asking why my taxes aren't going down. So,
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? It's one of
you
those-
know, I hear this tax, people should look at what they pay in taxes. It's ridiculous what you pay in property tax.
And, yeah, and what we get. The
What we
township
get, I mean, the county
know.
gets it all, what
I
we
know.
get is pittance.
Peanuts.
People don't
It is.
understand that, I know. I
Yeah,
know.
and the biggest thing we get is the earned income tax.
Yep.
if we didn't have
And then
that,
you
we'd
have
be
to work in
screwed.
the township to get that.
Yep.
Of course, if you work someplace else, they're gonna nail you too.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you say for the libraries?
$200.
Senior Citizen Centers was 200 for 17, and we budgeted 200. Clubs and organizations, projected for 2017 was $1,046, we budgeted 822.
I can't remember why that is. Trying to remember.
What clubs and organizations?
Well, let's see, we do
Lions
VFW,
Club.
Lions Club,
KARC.
KARC and then,
and
what was that?
That Council on the Arts.
Council on the
Council on the
Arts,
Arts.
yeah.
Plus we donated to the veterans. thing.
veteran VFW, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it VFW, SPCA. I'm trying to think SPCA. Yeah, SPCA, VFW, KRCC, County Council on the Arts.
Wanna
Somebody's
stay
gonna
at
have to start holding-
$1,000?
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna have to start holding their hand out to
Yes.
somebody else besides the township. I mean,
Right.
Yeah, I agree with you.
if you don't wanna, you don't wanna raise taxes and
I mean, there's some that we don't have a choice. We have to, like the library, we have to donate because if somebody in Highland Township wants to use the library and get a membership, they would like the township that they're from to donate money.
Before we get off of that, I volunteer at the Kane Senior Center. Usually I haven't for recently, but there's a few people from Highland Township there.
Yep.
But you'd be surprised how many people are there that I feel that's the only warm meal
No,
they get a
I
day.
agree. Polly used to say
And
that all the
I
time.
talked to one lady this year. She lives on $700 and $752 a month is her income.
Yep. There's a lot of people going.
Yeah, and, you
Polly
know,
used to say that all the time. That's all they get is
We
that
need to
meal.
search ourselves and say some of this stuff, if we wanna cut down, where are some of these stuff that don't
Yep.
need it? But, I
Well,
wanna
give it
speak
to
up for the
some
senior
place
center,
that really needs
and they do an excellent job in
They do.
You
there.
donate to some scholarship too, I think, don't you?
No.
No.
That's
You just
the
vote for them?
no that's the Elk County Association.
Yeah,
We-
we just vote on
Yeah,
a
they
person
just
to
vote.
get the scholarship.
okay, machine, equipment, building for 2017 was 0 and we budgeted 0. Solicitor legal services projected for 2017 is $20,000. We budgeted 14.5.
It's all gonna hinge on whether they settle all these lawsuits or not.
it is.
Yeah.
I don't really think we need. to
We're
budget
down
that
to-
much.
No, we probably
Yeah,
don't need that
3 of
much.
them are gone now. We're down to the one.
So
2.
2?
one.
Just one?
The
Yeah, 3
insurance
of them are
company.
settled.
It's just the insurance company.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the county one, that's settled
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
okay. Wanna keep it at 15,000?
You probably need to go that far. Time would probably
10?
suffice.
10?
I would say.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably won't use it.
No, you probably
Hope
might
not.
use it. Yeah, I hope not.
Okay, refunds projected for 2017 is $23. We budgeted 0. See, we keep it at
It's
0. Other for 2017 was $508. We budgeted 0. See, we keep
Zero.
it at 0. Drug testing for 2017 was $152. we budgeted 150.
What does that cost us? One time they charge $150?
No, that's like when we had to do our pre-employment, we had to do those Esler, and then if the guys, one of them popped for a CDL.
Yeah, well, they get this, they don't, you never know when that's
No,
coming.
and
up.
that's.
What's that,
like-
$60?
Like $35, but
Okay.
with the pre-employment's like 60 or 70.
Okay. You wanna keep it at 150?
Yeah.
Okay. Mileage for the road crew for 2017 was 0. We budgeted 0. Code enforcement and building for 2017 was 0. We budgeted 0.
That's the same thing as the UCC.
Repairs on garage equipment. In 2017, it was $3,837. We budgeted $3,200.
Yeah, we went a little over, but
Well, that was because we
That's-
had to replace that garage door. Otherwise,
I
we'd
think-
been fine.
Yeah,
yeah, I think we keep it the
let's
same.
keep it at 3,200.
Tank insurance for 2017 was 0, and we budgeted 0 because we knew we were getting rid of the tank.
Mm-hmm.
So we can leave that at 0. Recreation Association. Projected for 2017 is $529. We budgeted 500.
500. Okay,
Workers' compensation projected for 2017 was $3,050. We budgeted $16,000.
I would keep that. The only reason that's low is because when I had my workers' comp audit, there was overlap in payments between what we were paying the shoot, I'm trying to remember who we pay that to. It's not again workers' comp. It's not Department of Labor Industry. It's something else. But the state insurance fund. There's overlap between that and when we got our liability insurance, it was bundled in with there, and we were paying on that with our bundle insurance, and so they found that overlap, and so got credited, but our credit is up, so
So it'll
It's-
probably be
yeah, it'll probably
16,000.
be what,
16,000.
16,000?
UCC code enforcement was $100, and we budgeted $100.
that's they inspect our fire extinguishers.
Training for the road crew was 0, and we budgeted 0. Okay, state fund.
Revenues.
Well, you know what we're getting for, not
Yeah.
94,000?
I wrote it on here. $96,521.
96,
521.
521. Contracted snow maintenance, 0. We budgeted 0.
Right.
Refunds were 0. We budgeted 0. County aid projected for 2017 was 28,000. We budgeted 21,000.
Well, that's only going to be what we get next year, so that'll be what 7,000. I would go over. We got 7,000 this year, so I would guess 7,000 next year.
7,000.
Yeah.
Interest on checking for 2017 was $73. We budgeted 35.
Probably keep it the same.
Yeah.
Okay, state fund expenditures, payroll fund transfer, 2017 was 16,700, we budgeted 10,000. Recommendation, Christie?
I don't know.
Want
You're
to budget
gonna have to at least-
15,000 for it?
I would at least that much. Like I said, once I go through the numbers and see exactly what I think we're gonna spend in payroll, then it'll be easier to adjust it.
You wanna leave it open or just,
Well, we can put a number down, that way I got something to work off of.
Let's go 16.
16.
Is it gonna be enough, or do you think it's
I
gonna
don't-
be
I
more than
don't
that
know.
since that's projected already this year?
I don't know.
I mean, cause we already talked
I
about
know.
taking more. If you're gonna take more out, you might wanna go 20.
20, we might
Might
not.
wanna go 20 on that.
Let's go 20 then.
Because yeah.
Better too much than not enough.
Yeah.
Bank fees for 2017 were zero, we budgeted zero. Transportation fuel, $10,000 for 2017, we budgeted 10,000.
I'll keep it same.
yeah,
Repairs and maintenance on equipment. 2017 projected was $19,000, we budgeted 30,000.
Probably could drop that down because we got a lot done this year.
and he's also got a tractor out there, he's talking about $4,000 to fix the hydraulic cylinder and the valve for.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we had a big expense fixing the arm on that tractor.
Yeah, that was,
Mower, and I mean,
that was
that's-
about 7 or 8 grand for that thing, if I remember.
That was a big expense, and that's something we're probably not gonna have to touch again for a long time. I mean,
As long as they keep her lubricated, we're in good shape.
think we knock it down to 20?
Yeah,
20,000?
that's good.
That'll cover us.
okay, road maintenance supplies projected for 2017 were $42,433. We budgeted 35,000.
There's I was thinking about this today, and there's a consideration you have to make for that. Part of that money is state aid, because at the beginning of the year when we had that leftover state aid, that $12,000 that we had rolled over, and we used it to buy that would we buy some kind of stone?
DSA.
Yeah, we used it for
Stone.
DSA.
Use it for the DSA,
So
right.
you could knock $12,000 off of that, because that was
So-
county aid receipts, so that kind of washes, just kind
Well,
of cancels
does
it
that
out.
include the $7,000 grant we got also?
No, not yet, because I haven't turned it in yet, but it's still 12,000, so it's still down to, you're already down to
So we can still do
$30,000.
35,000.
Yeah,
be
you can do
safe.
35,000,
So we're actually under the 35,000
A little
we
bit, yes.
budgeted,
a little bit less,
but we
yeah,
got 12,000 from the county that we spent on DSA.
Yeah,
Right.
rolled over from before.
right.
Capital purchase was $33,367. We budgeted 50,000.
I don't think we're gonna be buying anything.
Got 2 brand new trucks. Tractor was all just redone.
Yeah,
The backhoe's
the
probably gonna
backhoe's
get-
done. The only thing he said, the backhoe needs about $4,500 worth of repairs, to repair the cylinder and a valve on it.
He said that there's a valve block that needs
Yeah,
rebuilt.
yeah, and, you know,
For the-
he said that, I
bridge.
talked with him about it this morning, he said the cylinder's leaking. And the way it's talking, I said, you know, it has to be the valve or something that's creating the steering problem.
And, I mean, that's a piece of equipment we can't do
No,
without.
you gotta use it,
I
you gotta
mean-
use it.
Right now would be a good time to tell them to go ahead
Yeah.
and get it fixed, because it comes snow season,
You're gonna be loading
you're gonna be
trucks and
loading
stuff.
trucks, and you could be in that
I agree
backhoe for
with
2
you.
or 3 hours.
That's a
So-
good idea.
For a capital purchase, that we're not gonna buy anything big.
No,
If we could go,
Knock it down to 25,000.
25,000.
Computer hardware, projected for
That's supposed
2000,
to be 0 there, but I forgot to put it in.
projected for 2017 was 0, we budgeted 1,000.
probably keep that.
Yeah, you never know when
know.
that thing. Do you have, spamware or something on that?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I know I have like McAfee or something on there.
Okay, that's good. That's only
Yeah.
like 50 or 60 bucks a
Yeah.
year, isn't it?
No, that came with my computer. It's like I don't know what is it, like a Defender, some kind of
Oh, you got Windows Defender.
Windows Defender. That's
That
what it
comes
is.
with Windows,
That
yeah.
comes with
That's
Windows.
free.
And that's free.
Okay, the Act 13 revenues, projected for 2017 was $34,478. We budgeted $20,000.
Well,
Let's budget 30,000 for it.
Interest on savings was $70. We budgeted $150.
Wanna do 100?
yeah.
Act 13 expenditures, fire protection, projected was 0, we budgeted 0. Parks and Recreation, projected was 0, we budgeted 0. Sewer system, projected was 0, we budgeted 0. Road maintenance, projected was 11,000, we budgeted 0. Actually, that was that big stone that we bought.
We bought a couple pieces of pipe laying
No,
out there too.
this was for the truck.
The truck.
No, not the truck. That was for the,
Anti-skid,
was it?
yeah.
Oh, you're right, it was. Yeah, it was for the NSK, okay.
And I think we're sitting pretty good with that, so.
Yeah, good. Well,
Go 0? Or are you gonna go with the,
well, no, 'cause we'll have to buy more next year.
what's that?
Well, yeah,
You
yeah,
can
'cause
use-
we
you
won't be
can
able
use
to take
con-
that audit.
You can use
Act
you can use
13.
state, you can use state aid for,
Yeah, we can go 0 on this, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Bank fees for
That's
2017 were $6, we budgeted 0.
That is like if I write a check, they charge me $2 check fee. That's what that is. So if I'm gonna be writing any checks next year, then it's like $2 a check for out of the Act 13.
Hmm.
So like if we know there's something, like if we turn around and we decide we're gonna spend that Act 13 money on something, you just have to like estimate for 1 or 2 checks.
Well, we
That's
know
all
we're
we
gonna
do.
use Act 13 for the roof, right?
Yeah, but
So we know
that'll,
we're gonna be writing a couple checks.
Well,
Well-
that's this year's Act 13,
Yeah,
not
Oh,
next
that's
year's.
oh, yeah, he's supposed to have that. done
Yeah, that's
this
on,
year.
that's on this
that's
year's
already
budget.
on
Yeah.
this year.
Okay.
But probably, I would say we use the Act 13 to next year pay fire department.
That's a good
You
idea.
get the fire department fixed, yeah.
Yeah, it might.
We should have enough left in this year's fund to do it.
Yeah, if
If
we
we
use
wanna
this one,
carry it
use
over,
this,
huh?
yeah, yeah, that's this year and what we get next year, because that's not gonna be cheap, because we're more than likely gonna have to hire an engineer to go look at that.
It's not as bad as you might
I
think
know,
it
but
is.
we wanna
But,
make
you know,
sure we
what
do
you
it
gotta
right
do
there.
is dig it out
Yeah.
and make sure it drains. You don't
Yeah.
know what you're getting into
I know, you wanna
there.
make sure we do it right there, because we
Plan.
don't have to do it again.
Especially if the cement, if the inside's cracking.
Well, the structural engineer said that's just stress cracks.
On the building.
And my estimation, you know, I looked at it, it's a shrinkage crack. If we wanted to spend money on it, get what we call a crack chaser and V them joints out. Then put in, a bonding agent on there and caulk them
Yeah.
with a special traffic grade caulk. And that would be my recommendation at this point, to do that. We'd have to get I used to have a crack chaser, but I lost it somewhere along through the years. And I retired and they took all my tools. But it's a simple process, it's just dirty.
Right. Yeah.
But that's not gonna be cheap down there, and I don't know if we'll even have enough money.
I mean,
with
it's
all
better
that,
just
so.
to, in my opinion, to allocate all of it, and if you have leftover, you have leftover, and, you know, then you're good.
Can I make a
We will.
suggestion? One of us talk to Steve Chittister and get his opinion of what he thinks we should do with it, to give us some idea of how much
And
money we're gonna
price,
need to
yeah.
do it. Since he does blacktop now also, don't he?
Mhm.
Yeah. And just give us a budget, give us an idea of what it's gonna cost and come up with something.
So should we put like $10 or something for the check
No,
fees, or
no, what I'm,
$3, you know what
yeah,
I
I
mean?
would
You
put,
think- you
I would
figure
put like
you're gonna write 2 or 3
like,
checks?
I would say $4,
$4.
because if you go over for the,
Yeah,
we
it's not
can, we can just leave that fire protection, or the fire protection open, and I'll take that 30,000 we have from next year we budgeted, and I'll do the math on what we're gonna have left over this year, and then I'll have a number for us at the next budget
Okay,
meeting.
For the fire protection.
Yeah.
That'd be for the parking lot.
Right.
You wanna leave that open, or you wanna put?
I'll leave it open and I'll have a number for you at
Okay.
next meeting.
All right.
Okay,
You wanna
Bank
get
fees for
hold of Steve and see if he wants to give us some
Well,
kind of
he can, but we don't really need that right yet. I just need
Yeah.
to know how much money we're gonna
Okay.
work with.
That's all.
So that's not gonna make a difference.
public infrastructure projected for
Oh, the bank fees is
2017 was
$4.
$24,184. We budgeted zero.
Yeah, that's what we use to buy the truck.
And that's what we use to
Yeah.
buy the truck.
That's what we use to buy the truck.
So I know we can keep it at zero.
Yeah.
We can keep that at zero because we got 2 new trucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Streetlight revenues, taxes received, 2017 were $4,422. What we budgeted was $44,997.
That was after they voted to raise
Fire.
how are we doing on that since we raised it? Do we need to raise it again? I mean,
I don't know. It's gonna be close.
Electricity's been, you know.
I know, they.
That's
ever
budget
since
five,
they-
that's budget $5,000.
Cause after they took the
Yeah.
cap
Be a
off
little bit more.
after they took the cap off of
Yep.
the utilities, my streetlight, the streetlight skyrocketed.
So
I
did
mean,
my house was
Oh, yeah,
Did
they're
anybody
getting
ever
money
get
where they
back to us
can.
about
Yep.
changing those over to
yeah, but you
LED?
have
You,
to, they
I don't
did.
know whether you people realize it, but West Penn Power is owned by First Energy,
Mm-hmm.
and every power plant, everything that First Energy has is up for sale. Everything, even the nuke plant.
If we replace our lights, we have to pay. It used to be years ago. It used to be free, but now they charge you per light to replace it.
And they're not cheap,
They're
involved in
not.
probably $30
They're
a piece
not. They're
plus their
not cheap. Yeah,
change.
because they have to change the whole thing because it's a different kind of light. Because you'd have to go from what we have now to a LED, and so they'd have to change the whole thing.
Yeah, and they're not cheap.
I don't know.
What
I
are
don't
the
get price.
savings in
Well, the
Utility
savings
use.
would be, but just you'd have to put the money into it to get the
right,
money
but I'm
back.
saying, you know, that's something that.
Be
It
interesting
may
to
have been
see
because
what
like
it
I was
costs.
talking to a supervisor in Fox Township, and they said they're in the process of changing out their lights now, but they just do like a few a year to try and keep the cost down a little bit, and then and a little by little it's starting to impact them. But I have a sheet somewhere that tells you how much you save, and it depending on how bright an LED light you get is going to depend on how much the bill will go down,
I'm
and they
just-
make
I'm-
recommendations to how bright you should have.
Do they charge us whenever we have an outage, like when you call?
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Because I know
No.
some of these
No.
streetlights seem to burn out like every other year.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think the one on the
It
corner.
I sent for that
Down by
yesterday.
Sam Ramsey's
I sent
out.
for that one
Yeah.
yesterday.
Those
That's the
LED,
second time in a
I
year and a
know.
half.
those LED lights are about 5 times as much as the old quartz
They
lights.
are.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They
But
do a
la-
heck of a job. They light
yeah,
you up
They
real
light
well.
better and they last longer.
They last twice as long.
Yeah, at
But-
least.
But yeah, that should be something.
And
that
I
we
don't
should-
think they use half the energy.
I
No.
would like to see what it costs.
I
to
think
have
so
it
too.
done.
I mean, I'm gonna be seeing that the Fox Township supervisor either next week or the week after. And I'll ask him what they charged them to replace each light because even if you get because the LEDs the difference because when I went to Hershey convention I took the seminar and that they showed like a before and after picture before of like what we have now and after of what we would get and it's just a world of difference. It's amazing.
I mean, we could maybe do that a couple of years or
Yeah.
something,
Yep.
if it's
Yeah.
not
That's what
too
they did.
bad.
Yeah.
What do you
All
want
right.
to do, $5,000 on that?
Yeah.
Yep.
The interest on the checking projected was for 2017 is $2. We budgeted $7. I say we put it at 0.
5?
I put it at 0.
Doesn't
Because
matter.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter because the little amount you can get, it's not gonna make a difference budget wise.
What are you putting?
To 0.
Putting to zero?
Because it's depending on what we get in taxes next year.
So with the taxes received for the streetlight, if we go to 5,000, that mean you guys are gonna raise the taxes on the streetlight then?
It's 48 now for street.
You know what I mean? If we go higher, that means you're gonna have to.
That's revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's incoming. So that's what I'm saying. If
Oh,
you raise
yeah.
it to 5,000, you'll.
5,000, you're gonna have to
vote
raise
the
taxes to
tax.
get it.
Yeah,
Didn't we raise
yeah.
tax last year
Yeah.
on that? I thought
But she
we,
said it was awful close. We were still
Yeah.
not getting what we were hoping.
Yeah, because they.
Yeah, 'cause the electric bills, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
Because it's like averagely, it's like $500 a month to pay our streetlights.
That's
And right
six,
now,
that's
you're
6 grand
projected
a
at
year.
work.
It is.
Yeah.
We're paying
You
out
You
55,
can take the one out in front
50
of my
this
house.
year.
Yeah. I mean, it may actually come down to
Just
that.
We're in the
actually put
hole.
LEDs
Yeah, it
in.
may actually come down to that where we're gonna have to like
I don't want,
have to do an inventory
I
and
know.
see where we can take out a couple. I
You
mean, I
know,
don't know how much of a difference
You
it
heard
will
the
make.
story about somebody wanting a street light out in Highland there. Yeah, well, why don't you? I said, James said he got them all over the place. I said, yeah, that's fine. You can put one there. But I said, do you want to pay for it? He said, what do you mean pay for it? I said, them people are paying for that. He said, how much is it? I said, about $600 a year. That was the end of the conversation.
like I said, you can take the one down in front of my house. I don't like it shining in my windows any more than anybody else does.
And these new LEDs will put you a good light in the window.
Yeah, they do. They're really bright.
You know, you can ask them to put a shadow on it.
Yeah.
They block the light off to your house. They put a thing on it. They don't charge you for that. If it's shining in your window, you can ask them to put a shield on it to block that. Yeah, I'm serious.
I got a dog. I got a dog that'll chew anybody's leg off if I don't need a light.
Well, I mean, what do you think? You're thinking it might go down, the bill?
I don't know. It's with them. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna make a difference if they put those new meters in. I
Smart
don't
meters.
know.
Yeah,
They putting the new meters in. I don't think that's
No.
that's saving money for them, not
Yeah.
for us.
that won't save us.
I know,
All
but
they
I
do
don't
is
know
dri-
if they're gonna.
I don't know whether they drive them or it
I
comes.
just don't know if that means they're gonna pass the savings on to us. Do you know what I mean?
No,
That
don't.
doesn't
You,
usually
I
happen.
you
don't
believe
know.
in Santa Claus
Yeah,
too, huh?
I do actually. But
I don't know whether they drive by and record them or it's recorded on a goddamn
No.
computer in their office.
I had a
I gotta
digital
be-
one on
there's a
before that they
transmitter
drove
on.
by and
You gotta-
recorded.
yeah,
These
they
new
gotta be
smart
within so
ones
many
they set
feet
in
of
their
them.
office.
That's why I say I thought it goes
Like, they
into the
could-
computer.
Yeah.
You could drive down the street and they can just sit in their vehicle
Yeah.
and they can just punch a button on their little machine.
See, I didn't have
That
They
was
take
them
the next
digital ones. Now the smart meters they can do right from their office.
Yeah.
They don't even have to come.
They
to
had
the
to. They had to get out and read mine down there.
meeting. Yeah, that's mine. Used to be that way.
Yeah. So
When
I,
they
you know,
went to the
I think they
digital,
do it. You
now
know,
it's a smart meter.
computer wise. Same way with the gas meters. You know, we got all new gas lines and meters. And you don't see a gas people out there no more.
But either way, we're gonna have to do something because we're in the hole on the streetlights
yeah,
by a little over $1,000. So
I don't know. We can. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you because I can. I mean, I can tell you exactly what we have left. I think I have enough money left right now in there, probably to pay to the end of the year, and that's it. So after that, we'll have to borrow from our. We can borrow from the general, or yeah, we can borrow from the general fund until we get taxes in, and then put it back in. But that's even if we. I mean, even if we raise the street lighting now, it won't take effect. We won't get to see any of that money until April when he starts collecting taxes.
In other
Yeah,
words, you've
I'm
got
just-
4 months of pay before you, without
Right.
any funding.
So, but if we do increase it, then when we get that money in, then we can put it back into the general fund where we took it out, or not, depending. We might just say, well, you know, we'll just eat it because it's got to get paid anyway. It's still a bill.
right. Just looking ahead to next year, I don't
Right.
think it's gonna be any
I mean, because
better.
I mean, truthfully though, if we don't, we may just have to take out of the general fund, just to say when we do start getting taxes, then that'll be more we'll have for the following year, and we can catch up. You know what I mean? We'll have a chance to catch up. Whereas if we say we do take it out of the general and we get our tax money next year and we put it back, then we're not going to catch up because we're going to be in the same boat we were, because that money's still not going to
So
be
we
there.
can wait till January to do this.
Well, you can, but you have to decide when you accept the budget. You have to decide. Actually, no, December, because that's when you have to decide if you're going to raise any
Right.
taxes. That's when you have to.
Yeah,
look
you
at
have to do
changing
that
taxes.
before you accept the budget, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, even at 5,000, we're over 5,000. That still puts us 550 in the hole.
But like some bills, they'll have maybe slightly over 500, and some may be a little over 400. It just depends.
Well, if we go to 5,000, at least we won't have to eat so much.
Yeah. But
But that will require us to.
Yeah,
Right.
raised it. Yeah. So how much are we paying now?
our electric bill,
No, I mean on taxes for street.
$48
What
a
did we
street
raise
light.
it last year?
It was 45 and we raised it $3. Well, before that it was 45 and we raised it to 48.
So,
We're probably gonna have to go to 50 this year.
We may.
yeah.
Yeah. Sad to say, but
It is, but
Okay, streetlight expenditures projected for 2017 is 5550. We budgeted 5400.
I doubt it's gonna go below 5550.
Let's go 5600.
Budget 5,600.
Bank fees were 0. We budgeted 0. Fire tax fund revenues projected for 2017 was $8,788. We budgeted 8,800.
Keep
I,
that.
I think that's pretty fixed, isn't it?
More or less, because I mean, the only ways it would change is if, like, a whole big scad of people moved out and we weren't collecting taxes from them anymore. Because the taxes stay the same.
Interest on the checking was $5. We budgeted 7.
Keep it.
Refunds were 0. We budgeted 0.
Yeah.
Fire services projected was 1,000. We budgeted 1,000.
Same.
Keep it at 1,000.
$1,000 clear across the whole.
Yeah.
Okay, fire tax fund expenditures projected for 2017 was $7,271. We budgeted 6,000.
Yeah, that was because when Steve Chittister put that stone and stuff in there, that was $2,000. That's why that was.
Plus
Oh, no,
we-
that's
plus
not what
we
it
had
was.
an extra 2,000
No, that wasn't what it was. It was.
for the Highland Hotel,
Yeah,
and we had to
that's
pay
what it was.
2,000 to have
That's
Steve
what that
come in.
was.
Yeah, you had to pay 2,000 to have the chimney
Yeah,
taken
that's
down.
what it was.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
what that was.
So we should probably stick at 6.
Yeah, 6 is fine.
Keep it at 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Investments. That's Liggett General was projected at 0. We budgeted 0. Liggett Forestry was at 176,223. We budgeted 204,814. Take it down to 200,000.
Well, this is that projected is what we have in there now, and you have to assume that's how much interest we're going to make, and we're not going to make that much interest.
No,
over the
you only
year.
get 0.5% or
Yeah.
something in it.
Yeah, it's really little.
Yeah, it's just like having it
I
in the
mean,
money
truthfully,
market.
I would leave it at that projected number because you're not going to get much more than that because the interest rate is so low.
Make 177,000.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
The money market was at 122,986. We budgeted 266,922.
Because remember when they were here from S&T Bank, they split it. They took a portion of that to reinvest.
So we should probably leave it at
Yeah.
122.
Leave it at 122.
Yeah,
Well, let's round it out. It's 123 is
123.
real close.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the CDs, their projected was 303,189. We budgeted 302,216. Recommendation, Chrissy?
Keep it the same.
I would keep it, even if you'll go 303, that's probably okay.
303.
Yeah. I mean, we make a little bit on that, but not enough to jump it
303
too big.
even, or-
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, the road bond revenues projected for the bond was 0. We budgeted 0. Interest on checking, $270 was projected. We budgeted 0.
0.
Road bond expenditures,
0.
reimbursement of road bond projected was 0. We budgeted 0. Bank fees were 0. We budgeted 0.
That's the last of it.
Yeah.
Okay, and before did you want me to read this, or do you want me to, I mean, you just
No,
want
I
us to
thought I had
discuss
to turn one in, I never did.
it? We're, Marcia's asking for
Yeah.
just help with,
Oh, this is Tom's stuff too. You were
We're
supposed to look
doing
at that
some
when you were
stuff.
doing the state. I forgot. That's stuff that Tom wants us to consider when we do the road maintenance and stuff.
yeah, here's a list of stuff that Tom would like to have us look at. Tar and chip in Pennsylvania Avenue, tar and chip a couple of the streets in town, DSA for the dirt roads. Concrete slab under the lean-to for cold patch, ditching in town into dirt roads, advertise for a part-time employee. He's asking for another full-time guy. I guess maybe his reasons is the CDL laws, you can work 11 hours in a day and you have to have 10 hours off.
Well, we just can't afford a full-time guy, there's no possible way.
I
Oh,
think
this
we
is
were
all
just
some of the stuff.
budgeting
He
for
just
what
gave
we
me to
had
us
this
before,
year.
and I just
Yeah,
tapped on because
And
I
I
didn't know
think
if you
that's
guys knew it was
adequate
different than some of
myself.
that was done. This is history
I
somewhere.
mean, you know, for the summer, yeah, maybe we can have somebody
Well-
help them, but that's about it.
I watched them working out there, doing a grader and everything else. 3 people work fantastic. You got a truck driver, a grader operator, and a front end loader. And one of them jumps on the roller if they have to. It worked. 2 guys would slow it down, would
Oh,
do nothing but cost
definitely.
us a lot of money. I think that's a good way to go.
You know,
And if you're ditching, it's the same thing.
so,
Now, he said something about tar and chip in Pennsylvania Avenue.
Which was done 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, just
Did that
done.
2 years ago.
About 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, we spent like 150 grand total on that.
streets in town that need
There's
something with
that
more
one
than
street
tar and
down-
chip.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of it, down past Leo's house.
Mm-hmm.
That road's falling apart. Well, that's down past your house too. That, we tried to get that,
It's bad.
PennDOT,
Top
we
of
had
the hill.
PennDOT in to look at it, and we just didn't have the money. And we're gonna have to try and find some way of budgeting some money to do stuff like that, or it's gonna beat us in the neck. And
Needs
that,
to be done.
and we need to tar and chip Sackett Road again.
Mm-hmm. Lot to do, just no money to do.
Yeah,
Well, Tom's just, what you need to do is somebody has to sit down with Tom and have him get estimates from people and say, like, suit coat to come in or what have you, and say how much would it cost us to tar and
Now we
chip
need
this
to
road.
apply for some grants.
yeah,
Yes, we
the, tarring and chipping, the way they did it before, when you get 2 or 3 townships together in a truck and everything, they go out and they do 2 or 3, and
Yeah,
I think we've done this whole road for 7 grand,
yeah.
which you couldn't, you call a contractor in there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, we need to check on prices and then see if we can get some.
Yeah,
other
that would be,
money.
that would be easiest thing to do, because once you have prices in front of you, then you can see if you have the money or not.
Yeah,
The
'cause
biggest
we're
price,
all-
the biggest cost for the whole thing is tar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, that's just
Yeah.
expensive.
And you will notify that Dave
Yes, I'll call him tomorrow.
that they were,
Yep.
and there was a performance bond on
Yeah,
that,
I will
correct?
call him tomorrow. Yep, I will call him tomorrow and let him know that he thought it.
Yeah, now,
Because he
one-
said he was,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry, because as long as he says the weather cooperates, he shouldn't have any trouble doing it. When he was in to get the bid.
is this schedule that you have now compatible? Can you work, if you wanna change it, just put a thing out there and say, hey,
Yeah.
office open or it's
I
closed.
will, yeah, everything, so
Yeah.
far, I don't have any problem coming, that's just
Okay,
no
that's-
problem.
I don't know about the other 2 guys, but I mean, I'd like to thank you for everything you've done, and thank you for at least staying on until we can find somebody else.
We sadly missed you.
Trust me,
Done a
it's,
great job.
trust me, the pleasure was mine, it was nothing but, it was a huge honor for me to serve my community as much as well as I could, and it's something I'll never forget, and it's something I hope to even, while I'm not Secretary Treasurer, just to keep doing. I mean, there's no greater feeling than knowing that you're doing, that you're part of such a fine community, and that you're helping to shape it, and it was very good. It's a very good thing.
Well, from me to you, Christie, thank you. Thank you for your dedication.
Definitely. Should we do the next budget meeting after the next meeting? have them both at one, or you wanna separate it?
How much time do you need to get all your figures? 'Cause
I
there's a few
should-
things you have to.
I won't need more than a day or two.
Or, I mean,
So even if we have it,
December's meeting. I
well,
think.
actually, no, we have to have it.
We have to have it
We
before,
have to
we
have
gotta
it.
approve it for
We'll approve
December.
it in December.
And we have to make sure that there's 30 days between the December's meeting
So
and
we
when you
have to
have
have
this
it-
last one, because it has to be advertised.
We
Has
have
to be
have it
advertised.
before-
Yeah. Yeah, and the annual meeting's real early this year.
Yeah,
It is.
It's like the second or third.
yeah.
Well, any day's good for me for the next one, doesn't matter.
Okay, so as long as we have it before, anytime before the 8th of November, even the week of the 8th. So anytime,
Well, the
anytime
seventh,
next week, anytime the week after.
seventh
The
is
first 2
election
weeks,
day.
Yeah. So the the last 2 weeks of October or the first 2 weeks of November
Tell you what,
is
just,
fine.
just to give
Which will be-
Christie,
Which our township meeting will be the 8th. So if you guys wanna do it with the township meeting, that's fine.
Well, it might take a while. That'll be a long day for you.
That'll be a longer
and
day
that's,
for
that's
this.
what I was gonna say, I mean,
Yeah.
to help you out, cause I know you're gonna be taking another job, I mean,
Doesn't
instead of you trying to get all these numbers done, plus work another job.
No, the numbers aren't gonna be hard to do. It's like I said, I wouldn't need more than a day to work the
Give you a
numbers.
little bit of time and let's do it after our regular meeting.
That's regular meeting.
Have it, well,
No, I mean, that's what I was saying, that's gonna be a long day.
Have they
for
had-
us, So we should probably separate it.
Okay.
have the regular meeting and then the budget meeting directly, short, I mean,
Or you can-
directly
Well, I was
after.
just thinking it'll be a long day for her, cause she has to go to work. in the
Well, what
afternoon.
about it? I mean, if you wanna have it like the day before, or the day after, I don't care.
Well, the day before is election day.
Oh
so
yeah, so it'll be.
So it'd be,
day-
if you wanna have it the day after, that's up to
Okay.
you guys,
We can have
and
it the day after.
how does your,
Whatever is gonna work for you, I mean,
I
I
don't
don't
care.
wanna,
November
How,
9th,
how about Tuesday the 31st?
Tuesday.
You
No,
might
I
not be
can't
able to.
because I might have a county meeting.
I got something screwed up on Tuesday the
How
31st.
about
Okay.
the 30th,
That's
Monday?
Monday is,
Monday and
Monday,
Tuesday, I'm out of
that should
town,
be okay.
28th,
Should be.
29th, 27th,
Yeah.
28th, 29th, and 30th.
okay.
Alright.
October, about November,
How about,
first week in November.
1st?
Yeah,
First week in November.
I mean, any day's good with me. You wanna do it first, or you're gonna be in town first?
I'll be in town the first,
Okay.
First at, what time?
12:30.
12:30. Okay.
You make it 12:30?
12:30 is great.
Or what? If
12:30 is
Glenn, you
fine.
get home at 1:30, don't you?
yeah, but I'm the boss, so I can leave whenever I want.
12:30.
12:30
Okay.
on the,
31st or November 1st. Okay. Awesome. Okay.
that will work.
And are you gonna call that guy, ask him, come up with some kind of a schedule and
Okay. Yep.
whatever he
I
wants
will.
to. And if he, the only thing I'll say, if he wants paid for stuff, the only way we can pay him legally is when that material hits the site, we can pay him for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
and remember.
Because he's got 30
I
days from the
don't, I
time
don't
he
think
gets
he
it to pay for it.
required,
Oh, payment up front or
yeah,
no? I don't.
he didn't, the other guy did, he didn't even require.
No,
payment
but I
up
say,
front.
a lot of times, Jim, when, they don't say that, and all of a sudden, well, I need to get this money. Well,
Yeah, he didn't
that's, I got no
require that.
problem with it, but
I
we,
didn't see it there.
we legally cannot pay him up front.
Right.
Well, the other
Yeah,
guy
it doesn't say
wanted-
we have to pay him.
There's
he
no way.
wanted
If it-
16,000 up front.
Well, if the material hits, give us the invoice for the material and we'll write him a check for it.
We just
And then the
understand. Right?
material's on site and we can't lose that.
Oh, so you guys have to sign this because there's 2 places to sign for the to accept the.
Does anybody know if, like you're talking about doing, paving the fire department parking lot, you know? Do you know if fire department's applied for any kind of grants or tried to get any money?
It's our
out of it?
building.
Well, I know, but
Yeah.
they can
This
still
guy-
get grants.
I don't know
Are
because
gonna require
since we own
1/3
the
on
property,
signing
I
the
don't
contract,
know.
1/3 when
That's right.
materials delivered.
I
and
know, I
balance
remember
on
Bill said
completion
he
of the
owned it,
job.
but he doesn't, 'cause we
Yeah,
went
I
down
think,
and
because I
checked.
think they just like the trucks and the contents
Well-
and stuff like
They don't
that.
own-
But I think
yeah,
with
they
the
don't
building
own
the
the property
property is
or the
ours.
building.
We'll
Yeah.
have to have Krista talking about
Yeah,
that.
my estimation, just get somebody down and get an idea of what it's gonna cost you, so we know what to do with it.
Sign contract,
Like
1/3.
Jim said, we
Get a hold of Steve
can't
Chittister, he
write
helps
the
us out
check
with everything,
for
we
something
call him
not
and
done
ask him, he's right there.
Yeah,
Legally.
I think it's gonna be an expensive one there.
Christie,
What?
Not as,
under,
It
under
depends
his
on how much
thing,
it
you know what's
Yeah.
gonna, you know what's gonna be expensive in it? The
payment to be
blacktop.
made as follows, 1/3 on signing.
All you're gonna do is dig out
contract,
that old
1/3
rotten
materials
stuff, you don't,
delivered,
of course, you don't know how far it is, you just gotta put some
1/3
limits on it,
completion
dig
of
it
the
out.
Okay.
That's the whole problem, we don't know how
Yeah.
far it's
Can, we
went
can
over the-
Just
pay him
go down there and do a
1/3 as down
proposed,
payment.
cut it and say, this is what we need out.
Yeah,
Date.
19th.
So what did you all just say, you're gonna take in and explode your stones?
No, he said, they actually did another CAT scan and said I passed him,
Good.
so,
That's great.
yeah, that's really great. Okay, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn this budget meeting.
I'll second it.
Yes.
Okay, everything's
It's all
going.
over but the shout.